Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cecilia Salazar and today we're going to be talking about how to blend in eyeshadows and how to get started. And for beginners, like some brushes that you can use. I mean, you don't need a whole lot when you're starting because you actually are going to do very simple looks to start off, so you can start getting up there, okay? Just gonna give you some examples and how to blend in eyeshadow and some steps that are that are essential for you to get started for your eyeshadow base and every little step that you need for your eyeshadows to look flawless on you. Okay, so starting off, let's talk about some brushes that I have. Okay, so here I have some pretty affordable brushes that I have. Okay, they are, this one's a Wet n Wild brush. First, you need a really good blending brush. It's a really good blending brush. This one's just like $1. You need a good blending brush. Then I have this other one that's from BH Cosmetics. It came in the 12 pack or 11 packs, I think, the little bundles of brushes, and it's really good for the crease. Then I have another one example. It's a really fluffy brush. This one's a MB23 from Morphe. Then I have another one that's pretty good for precision right in the crease from Morphe, and it's a M139. Okay, so now I have another one for Wet n Wild. Like, you can just get these for $1 for Wet n Wild. Sometimes I even have like 50 cents off in HEB from Wet n Wild. So you can get your brush for 49 cents or 50 cents. Like, go get it. I mean, especially when you're starting off, you're gonna start off slowly, so you're not gonna really invest that much money yet in your makeup essentials and stuff like that, because I mean, you're starting off, right? So you want some cheap and affordable but still good brushes, or products, right, to start off. Then when you start getting into it more and more and you learn more, you could start investing more in your stuff. So yeah, then we have a really pretty detailed brush from Morphe. This one's good for the outer V, and it's M321. And then we have a classic shader brush. You always need a classic shader brush. So this one's from Elf, $1 or $2, really small. To start off, it's good. And then I have this one that I like to set my powder with from Morphe, M135. It's a little bit bigger. I just use it like mainly for my shadow, like to set everything, like the shadow here, and to put a matte shadow here also. I use it mainly for matte shadows all over the lid or something like that. Yeah, and to set my base. Okay, so the essentials, I would say, when you're starting off, the Wet n Wild one is a good brush. This one from Wet n Wild también, like, you can also blend with this. Like, it's a shader brush, but you can blend your shadow in here and then go like this and blend in there. So it's a really good brush. Some essentials that I would say. And then your Elf brush, like basic Elf brush from $1 or $2. And then maybe a detailed brush. And that's it. Like 4 brushes that mainly are like essentials. To start off, like, you only need 4 or 5 brushes for your eyes to start off. Then you'll get into it more and you'll get the hang of it, and then you're gonna be like, oh, I want to do this look. So you get another like detailed brush, a little pencil brush to do smoked out wings or something like that. But first, start off easily with just like 3-4 brushes to the max, and you'll be good to go. Trust me, yeah, you will be good to go with your makeup look. You'll get there. Okay, so now it's always good to have your eyelids prime, your eyes prime as a whole. The same like you prime your face, you have to prime your eyes, so you have a hydrated eye, like your eye is hydrated, and it's gonna be easier for your base to stick there, Okay, so I just use this L'Oreal Eye Defense. I mean, I use it for here and also on my under eye. It helps a lot to hydrate your eyes. You really need to hydrate your whole face, eyes, everything, okay? The same as your body, you hydrate. Okay, so next, after that, I already applied that. So now we're gonna get started. So it's always good to apply a base, like either a concealer, or you're gonna apply either also, if you want to, you can apply a concealer, right? I apply concealer to prime, or a primer. Everyone uses it's primer, right? But I prefer concealer for one reason or another, and that'll help your eyeshadows go on smoother, and you won't have trouble with the creasing of your eyeshadows, and it's gonna be better because you're gonna have durability. Like, your shadows are not gonna go anywhere, they're not gonna budge, they're not gonna crease. So that's why it's essential to put on a base. Okay, so let's get started. And I like to use this concealer. It's a medium, the shade medium from the Fit Me line for Maybelline. Okay, so yes, and that helps also, like, to cover any veins or something. I mean, it helps for your shadows to go on smoother and everything, and to cover any little veins that you have here, and everything's gonna be covered, and it's gonna be a perfect base, like the shade and everything. So yeah, and then I just go like that a little bit, and then I can also go in with your finger. Okay, so once you have that set, you always want to, as the same as your face, any product that you put on, cream, you're going to set it. Okay, so it's very important to set, because setting your base or your concealer or your primer that you put on your eyelid is gonna help for your eyeshadows to slide on smoothly. And also, you don't want to leave it like that, because when you go in with your first transition shade or your shade that you go in there with, if you just go in like that, it's not gonna move. It's gonna be like you're gonna hassle with it, like it's not gonna move. So that's why it's very important to set your concealer, primer on your eyelid. And you can use any powder, like a setting powder, translucent setting powder, either a powder like from your, for my contour I use also. So yeah, it's good to set your powders. And I use a shade. You can also use a shade from your makeup palette. And I use this simple shading brush. And I use this shade right here. It's a matte shade. You always want to set with a matte shade. And I'm going to be using my Morphe 35 Oat today. So we're just going to set everything right there. And we're going to get started now. Okay. So for your transition shade, you're always going to want to be using some good fluffy blending brush like this. Okay, so the higher you are on your crease, you're gonna have a fluffier brush. Okay, so let's say you're gonna start with a really light color, a little bit, just a little darker than your natural skin color for your transition shade, and it's mostly more flattering if it's like a matte shade. Like, matte shades are like the best for that. So we're gonna be using a tad bit light. It's not dark at all. And then always tap the excess. Always tap the excess, because you don't want to go in just like there with the shade. And what if it's so pigmented, and then like you want to go slowly, like just there with a really light hand. And always have your brush tilted like that, or any way that you feel comfortable with the really light hand. And you're gonna grab it from the very outer edge, not so close, because that puts more pressure and it's gonna be rough. No, you want to have it from the most outer part of your brush to hold it. Okay, now we're gonna blend that shade in. Go on to the other eye. Circular motions and windshield wiper motions, and circular, till you get that product in. Blending is gonna take time, so don't just like slap on the color, okay? Blend it till you see it's like very smooth and you don't have no rough edges, okay? It's very important. So next we're gonna use another shade, and we're gonna go in with a smaller blending brush like this. It's a little smaller and more denser than the other one. So we're gonna go in with a tad bit darker shade. So now we're gonna go in with this shade right here. We're gonna be using all mattes today. You can stop to anywhere you would like for your look to look, okay? I mean, also for starters, it's good like you just go easy going, right? Just put on 2 transition shades also, and then choose your lid shade. And when you choose your lid shade, you can just go all the way in with your transition colors, and then choose a lid shade with the shader brush and just all over your crease, and then blend the rough edges, and you're good to go. So you can do whatever you want with your looks, okay? Okay, so the deeper in you go into your eye look, the smaller the brush is gonna get, okay? So now we're gonna use an even smaller brush. It's the M139 from Morphe. It's a little bit tapered here, and we're gonna get another shade, and it's gonna get a little darker now. So now I would like to get this shade right here, and this palette is a Morphe 35O. It's a really good brush. Oh my god, just scraped my eyeshadow. Okay, it's really nice, really nice palette. You can't go wrong buying it. It's essential. The colors, everything. Always tap the excess. Blend once you have your shade down there, and we're trying to put it in the outer V. Okay, blend, and then once you have your shadow blended, grab your same blending brush with no particular product in it, just the brush, and blend your edges. You're always gonna go back to this brush or one of your blending brushes, or a clean blending brush if you have one, and go back and blend so it can look very flawless, okay? And then now with the same brush, we're gonna go into this shade right here, right in the middle, also matte, with the same brush that we used right there in the outer V, working it in. Blending it a little bit outward. applying more if needed. Always tap the excess. It's always better to go slowly in with color and building it up instead of just putting excess product on there and not being able to blend it out. And then go in with your blending brush, blend out the edges, any rough edges when show wiper motions or circular motions. Okay, so there we go. This is what we have till now. Okay, so now with the more detailed brush, the M321, we're gonna go in with the darker shade now. We're gonna go in with this shade right here. Yeah, that shade on the outer V. You see how smaller our brushes are getting? Okay, and that's just gonna be right there, the outer V. You're gonna do a little V and put it there and blend it slowly. It's gonna give us some depth. And if you choose to choose black after this, like just put a little dot of black and then just move it a little slowly, because you don't want black everywhere, okay? But now I'm just using this. I'm not using black because we're starting off. This is for beginners and we want a slowly but surely pretty intense look, but not going overboard, okay? Okay, and then we go in with our other brush. This is another blending brush that I have, and just blend down the edges, the rough edges that you left, because sometimes there's rough edges. And if you need to go with a lighter shadow from there, any shadow, the lighter one, if you need to, go do it so your edges can be blended enough, okay? And always tap the excess. Okay, so there you have it. Now we're gonna go in with our matte shade again. I'm gonna be putting it, the cream first shade that we got, I'm gonna be putting it in the inner part of my lid, okay? And then after that, I'm gonna get my other brush that I had used. Let me look for it if I can find it. Just lost it. Okay, found it now. And I'm gonna go back into the shade, the middle shade that we had right there. And I'm gonna blend that rough edge that I left right now, that I put the, untap the excess, but I put the cream shade just in the middle to smooth everything in together. Go and blend one more time. Okay, so there we go. Everything's looking cute now. So now, after we finish that, I'm gonna go in with some black liner. This is from Bissu, and I'm gonna outline my liner in the bottom. And in the top. Okay, and now I'm gonna use my really small detailed brush, the M1321, to put down shadow, and you're just gonna mix your shadows that you used. So mixing these two shadows, I'm gonna place them in the lower in the lower lash line. Oops, little boob right there. On the lower lash line really smoothly, tapping the excess. I mean, whenever it's your makeup, you're prone to stop anywhere you like, okay? Don't think that because I'm doing these steps, you're gonna have to do them. No. You can stop wherever you feel most comfortable with your makeup application, okay? Okay, so there we have it. Now I'll go in with another shade from there. The dark one that we used, the very last one, the dark brown. And the very lower, really close to my lash line to make it a little bit darker. So there you have it. Now we're just gonna, and when you're starting off with makeup, always do your base, okay? Always do your base after your eyeshadow because you will have fallout, especially when you're starting off with your makeup. You will have fallout eventually in your eyes, okay? So it's better for you to start off with your eyeshadow and then your base so you won't mess up your whole look, okay? So now I'm just gonna put in some dark shadow, or no, I'll just use some liner. Always use before your lashes or something. If you use lashes, always use some liner or shadow on the very edges so you won't see them, the little lash band, the lash band. Very smoothly. Okay, now you can blend it with your little brush. Place some shadow if you want, black or brown, and smudge it together. That's gonna help your lash band go smoother. I'm sorry, like you're not gonna see it. If you have to go back with any other shadow, do so right now. Putting a little bit more of the matte clear white shade that I had put before. So there you have it. I'm just gonna put on my lashes now. Let me put on the blue. Okay, putting the glue on my lashes. I'm using some lashes. They're in the Kiss lashes from the model is Shy. Letting them like dry for a little bit. It's always important for them to get tacky, your lashes, and letting them dry. I'm gonna be putting on mascara right now on my lashes, and I'll be using the Maybelline the Colossal Big Shot mascara. Okay, so applying that first. Curl your lashes first. I just decided not to curl them. I honestly don't curl them that much, but you can curl them. You can just leave your look like this if you prefer to, but you know, the full glam, lashes and everything. so your look will look totally more put together with lashes. But if you're going for a natural look, obviously starting off we just want to do like mascara and that's it, you know. But you can also try to learn to put on lashes because it's everything for your look. It will totally make a difference, believe me. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to be applying my lashes. Letting them dry a little bit. And then applying them from the center. Letting them sit for a second. And then going from the outer, pulling it from the outer edge. Trying to put them in. Making sure they're from the very edge of your eye. And putting them in to the inner now of your eye, making sure they're stuck because you don't want them flying everywhere. You don't want them flying everywhere, believe me. Always make sure they're glued. Okay, there we go. Now the other one. Setting it first in the center. Okay, then pulling it to the edge first. Always make sure you put it to the edge first. And then now from the inner corner. Okay, so there we have it. Our lashes and our eyeshadow are done now. Hope you enjoyed this simple look to demonstrate. Here's the final result to demonstrate how to start blending and putting eyeshadows on your eyes for beginners. Okay, hopefully it's gonna be helpful for you and you come back to my channel for more ideas and any comments down below. I would appreciate. Thank you for watching and please subscribe and always stay fabulous and smile. Bye.